You think you lack discipline, but what if I told you the problem isn't you? What if I told you that right now, your own brain is working against you silently, sabotaging your plans, draining your willpower, and pushing you back into the same habits you promised to quit? And the worst part? You don't even realize it. Today, you're going to understand exactly how this sabotage happens, and by the end, I'll show you how to flip the game using your own brain in your favor. But first, let me ask you an uncomfortable question. How many times have you promised, "I'm starting for real on Monday"? How many times did you decide to wake up earlier and hit snooze? How many times did you say, "This is it," and 3 days later, you were right back where you started? It's not laziness. It's not a lack of character. It's a mechanism, and it's powerful. Your brain has one absolute priority: survival. Not evolution, not success, not getting rich, not getting fit. Survival. And to survive, it hates risk. It hates discomfort. It hates change. Every time you try to build discipline, wake up earlier, work out, study, start a business, your brain interprets it as a threat. This costs energy. This might fail. This is uncertain. Better not. So it activates sabotage mode. But here's the thing. Sabotage doesn't show up screaming. It shows up disguised. And here's the first shock. Most of your decisions aren't rational. They're automatic. Your brain operates in two modes: fast mode, automatic, instinctive, and slow mode, rational, conscious. Discipline lives in the slow mode, but the fast mode is much stronger, much faster, much older, and it always chooses the path of least resistance. Now pay attention to this. Discipline requires mental energy, and mental energy is limited. Every decision you make throughout the day consumes a small part of that reserve. That means the more decisions you make, the weaker you become. And when that energy runs out, you fall back into automatic mode. And automatic mode chooses comfort. That's why you start the day strong, but give in at night. It's not coincidence, it's biology. But that's not even the worst part. There's something even more dangerous. Your brain is addicted to immediate rewards. Social media, notifications, high-calorie food, short-form videos, quick hits of pleasure. Every time you get a fast reward, your brain releases dopamine. And here's the problem. Dopamine isn't pleasure. It's anticipation of pleasure. It's motivation. It's what makes you want to repeat something. When you spend 40 minutes scrolling on your phone, you're training your brain to prefer easy rewards. So when it's time to study something difficult, train hard, work on something that takes months to pay off, your brain reacts like this. This isn't interesting. This takes too long. Where's the quick reward? And you feel unmotivated. But it's not lack of discipline. It's neural reprogramming. Now let me open a loop here. In a moment, I'm going to show you how to use this same dopamine system to build discipline almost on autopilot. But first, you need to fully understand the enemy. There's a phenomenon called future discounting. Your brain values immediate rewards far more than future rewards. $50 today feels better than $200 in a month. A pizza now feels better than a healthy body in 6 months. Sleeping 20 extra minutes feels better than the disciplined version of you a year from now. Your brain doesn't see future you as you. It sees that version as someone else. And you know what that means? It's completely comfortable sabotaging that other you. You plan, but the one who executes is a different version of you. And that version wants comfort. Now here's the most important question so far. If your brain is programmed to avoid effort, how can some people become extremely disciplined? Were they born different? Do they have more willpower? No, they understand the game, and they use the system against itself.
But hold that thought. There's another layer. Your brain also hates ambiguity. Vague goals create resistance. I'll study more. I'll work out. I'll be more productive. That's abstract. The brain doesn't execute abstraction. It executes clear commands. The more vague the plan, the more energy it needs to decide what to do. And remember, it wants to save energy, so it freezes. Procrastination isn't laziness, it's overload. Now connect everything. Limited energy, craving fast rewards, future discounting, avoiding ambiguity, energy conservation. You're fighting millions of years of evolution without realizing it, and trying to win with motivation alone. Motivation is emotion. Discipline is a system. And this is where the shift begins. First principle: reduce friction. If starting requires too much energy, you won't start. Want to work out? Don't begin with 1 hour. Start with 5 minutes. Want to study? Open the material and read 1 page. The brain accepts micro-commitments more easily because they feel safe. When you start small, you bypass the defense system, and once you've started, it's much easier to continue. Second principle: eliminate decisions. Remember that decisions drain energy? So stop deciding. Set fixed times, fixed environments, fixed sequences. If you train every day at 7 a.m., there's no "should I go?" There's execution. Routine reduces sabotage. Third principle: manipulate dopamine. Here's what I promised earlier. You can attach small rewards to disciplined behavior. Completed 30 minutes of studying? Allow yourself something enjoyable, but only after. You train your brain to associate effort with reward, and over time, progress itself becomes the reward. Fourth principle: make the future more real. Visualization isn't mysticism, it's strategy. The more vivid future you becomes, the more your brain starts to see that version as you. Write it down. Add detail. Imagine it clearly. Reduce the emotional distance. Fifth principle: environment beats willpower. If your phone is next to you, you'll use it. If junk food is visible, you'll eat it. Discipline isn't about resisting, it's about removing temptation. And now, pay close attention because this is decisive. The disciplined person isn't stronger, they're less exposed. They don't rely on willpower, they rely on structure. And here's something almost no one talks about. Excessive self-criticism makes sabotage worse. When you fail and call yourself weak, you activate stress. Stress drains even more mental energy, and you enter a cycle. Failure, guilt, stress, more failure. Sustainable discipline requires strategy, not punishment. Now let me close all the loops. Your brain is not your enemy. It's trying to protect you, but it's programmed for a world that no longer exists. A world where conserving energy meant survival. Today, excessive comfort is the trap. Once you understand that, you stop hating yourself and start building systems. Start small, reduce decisions, manipulate rewards, protect your environment, strengthen your vision of the future. Discipline isn't about being rigid, it's about being intelligent. And now let me leave you with a question that could change your life. If you know your brain will try to sabotage you tomorrow, what are you going to do today to prevent it? Because sabotage starts before action. It starts in the planning. And the one who wins isn't the one who fights harder, it's the one who plays smarter. Your brain is sabotaging your discipline, but now you know how to sabotage it back.